Hare Krishna. Sankalp. We take a vow or we take resolutions in English that आज से एटलीस्ट न्यू ईयर से मैं कुछ लाइफ में करूँगा, चाहे वो एक्सरसाइज हो, वेट कम करना हो, कुछ नया चीज़ सीखने की इच्छा हो, या कुछ बुक पढ़ने की इच्छा हो, या कुछ मनी सेव करके कहीं और जाने का हो. We'll have n number of resolutions planning to take, which doesn't go beyond January 2nd or January 17 maximum. But how do you maintain that? What is the science behind not following it? Now, how to overcome this? We'll be discussing in this particular talk. So before that, let us seek the blessings of Srila Prabhupada to maintain our commitment of the resolutions what we take. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. All of us, especially during this time when it's the eve of the new year. Of course, we don't celebrate New Year. It's not our New Year, whether you call it as Chaitran Masa New Year or Gujarati New Year. But generally during some dates of the year, we generally commit to do certain things in the future. The future which we don't do is the actual reality later. But generally, after the results of the examinations, after we get insulted by someone, after we fail, or after we win, after we have an argument with someone, we generally do such take a resolution. But resolution का क्या होता है? वो resolution ही बन के रहता है. To-do list क्या होता है? To-do list बन के रह जाता है. So why do we take resolutions? Because we want to improve ourselves, whether materially, spiritually. Each one of us wants to better themselves. That is the inherent nature of all the living entities. लेकिन अभी better होने के लिए हम कोशिश करते हैं, मेहनत करते हैं, हार्ड वर्क करते हैं, रेजोल्यूशन लेते हैं, लेकिन हो नहीं पाता. बट बेटर होने का जो जुनून है, जज्बा है, जो इंटरेस्ट है, इंक्लिनेशन है, इंटरेस्ट है, आशा है, वो हम सब में है. So first of all, appreciate yourself that you have that in spite of failing miserably year after year, resolution after resolution, semester after semester, insult after insult, but still you are coming and saying, I want to prove myself, etc. That itself shows you have some life with you. Only those who have life can do something and decide to do something. That's a different story that you are not able to do. Yeah, there are many reasons. Most of you know the reasons, but by and large, if we are not able to do it, those who are actually watching this, by and large, those who are Krishna conscious are watching this video, we lack purification of our mind and the senses. Our mind is contaminated with so many unwanted thoughts, unwanted desires. It's like a wild horse pulling us here and there. The great example which Prabhupada gives in the Bhagavad Gita, that each and every horse is like each and every sense which is pulling us here and there, and the mind is not in control. The driver doesn't know how to regulate the senses, and based on the senses pulling here and there, I go, although I have a definite decision, resolute determination to do it, but because I have given up on the purification of my senses, and the senses are dragging me here and there, what to speak of mind which is contaminated always. And the intelligence I don't have, because I don't read the most intelligent version of that is the message given by Sri Krishna. So I don't get trained to train the intelligence that is the driver of my life, and hence my chariot of the body goes for a toss. So hence it's imperative, important that we have to purify our mind and senses. Without disciplining them, we are prone to distractions. We get distracted, and the temptations are so tempting that I forget the other tempting which I had. The temptation of being a better version of myself, that temptation is least compared to the temptation which is offered by the senses and the mind. I fall for it. Hence, purification of the mind and the senses are important. And the dhairya, the patience, the determination, what I have to do it is not there. without strong spiritual grounding and determination, it wavers. Wavers means मैंने material resolution लिया, लेकिन उसका material resolution हो, spiritual resolution हो, उसका founding नहीं है, उसका foundation नहीं है, उसका उसका धम नहीं है. So what we do, it makes them fragile when faced with obstacles and challenges and unwanted thoughts of mind and sense, which is already not purified, it's contaminated, polluted. And most importantly, the third reason might be our material desires, our association with materialistic people, our association with those people who are not in line with my goal statement. If my goal statement is to rise early in the morning, I am surrounded by people who also doesn't get up in the morning. If my goal is to chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, my association, my people who are nearby also doesn't chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. My goal is to go to Vrindavan, but my friends who are along with me, or colleagues who are along with me, or my circle of people who I am surrounded with, they don't want to go to Vrindavan, they want to go to Goa. Hence, we give up those things which we actually want to do. And one of the fundamental thing, because of our upbringing, because of the videos what we watch, which was the content what you consume, believe in yourself, you can do it. Impossible says I am possible. All such things makes us believe that it is me only who have to do this. I have an exceptional belief and faith that it's mujhe karna, main karke dikhaunga, without surrendering to the spiritual master and Krishna. Because those who are watching this, we tend to, we are supposed to depend on Guru and Krishna for our advancement. Guru and Krishna are the two lines of the track on which our bhakti runs. Hence, it is imperative for us to depend on them. And now for others, if say for example, you need a coach, you need a mentor, you need a buddy. I'll give an example. See, you want to go to gym and work out really. First of all, you're determined, you want to do, you passed a resolution, you paid a handsome amount to register yourself, and you purchased the gym materials or the clothing, the attire. So all things can be done to a certain extent. You should be determined. Yes, you are there. But again, your mind and senses are consuming something else, which is not your goal statement. You're not watching those videos or hearing those podcasts, which is for your physical welfare, the protein shakes, the types of workouts, and your friend circle are not gym buddies. You don't have a gym buddy who together who can call you up and bring you up and go in gang of 4 or 5 to do the gym or hit in the gym. And there you don't have friends who have a similar mentality, and you don't have a guru, that is mean a mentor, who a coach or a trainer, and you don't follow their instruction even if you have. All these things will make you give up the desire to go to the gym. Similarly, whatever desires we have, whatever goals we have, material desire and spiritual desires, surround yourself with those people who have the similar desire. Surround yourself with those people who are better than you in fulfilling those desires. Surround yourself with those people who have achieved that desired goal, what you're willing to achieve. Yeah, in terms of Krishna consciousness, be with those people who are also budding to be Krishna conscious. A folk is nothing but a group of youngsters wanting to come together for advancing in Krishna consciousness. Be with them. And among that, be in touch with those who are seriously helping you to further your Krishna consciousness, folk guides. And further, when you come to temple, when you associate with Swami Prabhupada through his teachings of Bhagavad Gita and his lectures, then further our desire to intensify our devotional service increases. Otherwise, we take resolution after resolution, ashraya after ashraya, but it goes for a toss. That's why it's very important to know these things, because we are contaminated, we are associated with a lot of materialistic people, and we have a lot of material desires. And we don't have a determination, and we determination is based only on our so-called feeble strength of our individual efforts, instead of depending on the Supreme Lord for our progress, instead of depending on Guru and Krishna and not taking the guidance of the Vaishnavas. This will derail our resolution. Now, what to do, how to do, the way forward based on what Srila Prabhupada says is, begin with a sound spiritual foundation. All action must have Krishna at the center. When resolutions are aligned with spiritual progress, the gain, what we get is immense. Spiritual foundation is laid when we have this specific goal that I will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra 2 rounds every day, 8 rounds every day, 12 rounds every day, 16 rounds every day. That resolution has to be there. Example, to chant the fixed number of rounds daily. And the power of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is so powerful that Krishna is there in the mantra personally. He is there to help you out. Krishna has invested all his potency, all his power, everything. He himself is there personally in the name Krishna. Nam Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. All the Shakti's potencies are invested in the holy name. And Tatrar Pita Niyamita Smaranena Kala. There's no fixed time, place, duration, conditions to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And because we associate with the Lord, you get the sound backing of the Supreme Lord. He's there with you constantly, just like Arjuna is there. Arjuna wanted to fight, decided to fight. He's on the battlefield, ready with his arms and ammunition, with armor, goes to the battlefield, and he goes for it. मैं नहीं लड़ूंगा, आप ले लो property जो चाहे, मैं जाने वाला, मुझे नहीं लड़ना. That was Arjun, but because he had Krishna as his charioteer and he surrendered, boss मुझे पता नहीं क्या करना है, आप मुझे guide करो. I'll help you out. So this drawn to the second instruction, we have to read Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is nothing but the instruction, the song, the love which Krishna wants to shower upon all of us, which he showered onto his dearmost friend Arjuna. And then after 45 minutes, Zindagi badaldi, Jaspat badaldi, he's ready to fight. He's ready to do his duty for Krishna. The same way, when we put our goals of spiritual endeavors for pleasure of Guru and Krishna, that has their backing, and that if it is supported by Vaishnavas, your mentors, folk guides, it will become even more easier to fulfill. So you have to read Bhagavad Gita. Instruction, knowledge empowers. Knowledge, jnana is important. Vijnana is application of that knowledge. The application of knowledge is chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Senses are controlled, and when you have the knowledge, because knowledge empowers. Because see, should I purchase this mic or another mic? So when I get the information and I consult those who are expert in music, in sound engineering, and in acoustics, I get to know what is the best mic I should purchase for my podcast. Likewise, we should consult Guru, Krishna, and those devotees who follow these instructions. And without their guidance, it's not possible. Now, this chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra has to be done regularly. So, hence, discipline is a very imperative part of any progress, any resolution, that is mental resolution or spiritual resolution. The disciple comes from the word discipline. Disciplines means the first principle of discipline is obedience. Obedience to the instruction of Guru and Krishna. So, I've given a word, I've taken a commitment, I should do it. I should do it. This is called, it's a rule. It's a rule. It's a must. Something called niti. Then there's something called bhiti. If I don't do it, if I don't exercise, if I don't study, I will fail in the examination. I'll have complication with my lifestyle. I'll have lifestyle diseases, and that will make my life miserable. I'll be in jeopardy. So that fear also helps us. And the rules, I have to be obedient to the rules and regulations. Otherwise, if I am not obedient to the rules and regulations of the state, I'll be penalized. I'll be put behind bars. If I break the laws of the state, I'll be punished. Hence, this fear also helps. Rules also helps. And most important than the rule and the fear for doing what we have taken resolution is a love for doing it. In our case, those who are practicing Krishna consciousness, our love for Guru and Krishna, we have to develop that love. When you develop that love, unalloyed love, by practicing the first two principles, chanting Hare Krishna, reading Bhagavad Gita, hearing about Krishna, rendering devotional service, we develop that love. When you develop that love, all this is possible when you associate with devotees. Then the love happens. When love happens, rules doesn't matter, fear doesn't matter. You are on an ecstatic platform, you naturally do it. So Just like somebody is in love with the weight, somebody is in love with keeping himself fit, somebody is in love with, just like a mother, she doesn't have to be told with rule, doesn't have to be told with the fear that child has to be taken care. It's your duty. You have to take care of the child. Otherwise, the child will go for a toss. You will be responsible for it. No mother is being given instructions like that. Out of her pure inherent love for the child, she does tremendous seva for the child. Similarly, we have to develop love for Krishna, develop love for Guru, develop love for the institution of the Guru. Then naturally, automatically, we'll be able to adhere to our instructions, commitments and resolutions which we wanted to perform. In all these three things, the third point to go forward, how association, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha, sadhu sangha, lava mata sadhu sangha, sarva siddhi hoy. Little association with devotees will save us from the greatest danger. And that's why always, constantly, you have access to all the Prabhupada's lectures online. Everything's available, books available online, books physically available. And association of devotees, still when we come to temple, talk to devotees, this is one association. Every day 8:30, 9 o'clock we have online sessions, association of devotees. We meet you in folk residencies, association. We inspire you to come and distribute Srila Prabhupada books during this marathon, association. We have this events every month, one or the other, association. We have this Dham Yatras, association. So if this association of devotees is not there, then nothing will happen. Neither will come in touch with Prabhupada, neither will come in touch with Krishna, because devotees are the one who are instrumental, appointed by Guru and Krishna only for us to come in touch with Krishna. And if you are in touch with Krishna consciousness devotees, your folk guides, then automatically you will be chanting, you will be reading, you will be hearing, you will be following the principles, you will be getting early in the morning, you report to them, you are accountable to them, ask, seek guidance and help, just like Arjuna sought help from Krishna. And this is our resolutions and determination, things are able to follow when you are humble and meek. And that quality is automatically will manifest when we chant Hare Krishna. Trinadapi sunichena taro reva saishnuna amanina manadena kirtaniya sada hari. We'll be able to chant Hare Krishna always. And if we are humbler than the blade of grass, tolerant than the tree, and then don't expect any respect from anyone, but ready to give respect to anyone and everyone, then we can chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra constantly. Or your resolution which you have taken, 2, 4, 8, 12, 16. Or Kirtaniya Sadahari. Oh, Sadahari was the instruction which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave. And Krishna also said, Sarvadharman Parityajya. All that is possible, in other words, by chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And again, the most important factor, fifth factor is, it's not possible to do on ourselves. Impossible to do it on ourselves. We have to depend on Krishna. Hence, the fifth factor is depend on Krishna by praying to him. Of course, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra is prayer itself. But apart from that, Krishna, I'm not able to do this. Krishna, your Maya is very powerful. I'm not able to overcome this Maya. Please save me. Prabhupada says, if you pray fervently like this, saying that Krishna, your Maya is insurmountable, Krishna becomes obliged to save you. Chant loudly, seek association of devotees, take out time and read simply. Keep your mobile on flight and throw it away and just focus on attentively chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And you would have taken resolution. Now, you would have taken resolution. You have been doing this for 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days. It is bound to happen that you will again slip down based on your association, based on the links and swipes what you do. Because anarthas are there, habits are there, somehow you are holding yourself not to fall for it, but because of your repetitive actions in the past, you tend to go through. Again, I should not have done this, you regret, you confess, go talk to your folk guide, I've done this, help me to bounce back and come back. And rest assured, your spiritual life also will not be like a smooth J-curve or a linear graph. It will be going ups and downs. So it's bound to happen, bound to fall down. But again, talking to devotees, taking guidance from Guru and Krishna, bounce back and come back to normalcy. And most important things, all this what we have discussed, you have to reinforce, put it in paper, resolution. Yes, it does make sense. Revisit every day, every week. Make some guidelines for yourself in consultation with your folk guide. And then it will happen, possible, aram se, done. Instead of having it a big, larger thing, discuss with your folk guide. He knows your mentality, and you also know your strengths and weaknesses. Based on that, divide your goals in a small achievable way. I will read um, Beyond Birth and Death every day, 15 minutes, or at least one chapter before I sleep. Smart goals, specific, measurable, achievable, reasonable, and time bound. And why do we study? Why do we write assignments and submit records on time? Because you have a teacher, you have a professor who we are accountable for. Hence, either because of fear of it, or because of the rules, or you have love for the subject, you do it. Whichever is your status, either you are fearful, you should know, if I don't practice Krishna consciousness this life seriously, after getting this human form of life, I miss it. I die without being perfect in Krishna consciousness. I have to come back again to this dirty place. It's a fearful material world. I don't want to come back again. Fearful. That fear should drive you to practice Krishna consciousness. And it's a rule. I have committed 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, reading every day 1 hour, just sitting with devotees, attending Mangalati. It's a rule. You have to. And then third one is when you are in love. When you are in love, automatically it happens. So for that love to develop, you have to be in touch with those who are in love with Krishna. That is Guru. That is unalloyed pure devotee Srila Prabhupada. Seek his association. Hear him, hear him, hear him, hear him, hear him. ऑल दो प्रभु कुछ नहीं होता, मैंने सब कुछ करके देख लिया, बस एक चीज करो भाई, सुनो सुनो प्रभुपाद की लेक्चर सुनो, पढ़ना नहीं होता सुनो, लेक्चर सुनो, प्रभुपाद की बुक पढ़ो, सुनते रहो, भागवतम क्लास आके बैठ जाओ. Prabhupada request, you don't have to do anything, you just come, you just hear from us, hear from us, hear from us. कान में जाएगा, प्रोसेस होगा, एक्शन होगा, सुनते जाओ. ना अभी तक हमने बहुत सुना है, बहुत लोगों से सुना, वो जो सुना है वो अभी हमारी लाइफ चला रहा है. उस सुनने का जो कंटेंट है उसको निकाल नहीं सकते. निकालने के लिए हमें फ्रेश कंटेंट प्रभुपाद के टीचिंग से डालना. जब प्रभुपाद के टीचिंग से वो डालेंगे, देन वो गंदगी निकलेगी. देन हमारा लाइफ विल बी रेगुलेटेड, मॉनिटर, मेंटर, गाइडेड एंड कंट्रोल्ड by Srila Prabhupada's teachings. And most important thing is to maintain this for a longer duration. You have to render service. मेरा चैंडिंग हो गया, रीडिंग हो गया, हियरिंग हो गया, प्रभु से मिल लिया, प्रसाद भी खा लिया, बढ़िया एक्सेलेंट धाम यात्रा भी हो गया, हमारे सब कुछ हो रहा है. But unless and until you do practical devotional service, especially go out and distribute these books and share this knowledge with others by distributing passes, distributing books, encouraging people to pick up Krishna consciousness, calling them, inviting them for temple programs and folk events. When you do that thankless service of preaching Krishna consciousness, then the growth will be on an exponential path. Nobody can stop and control it. So in other words, this New Year 2025, whether it is an English New Year or a Vedic New Year, whatever, it is an opportunity generally people do take. So you also can take that resolution. In simple words, every day I'll chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. What is that? 12 rounds, 16 rounds, 2 rounds, 8 rounds, whatever commitment is. One. Second thing is read Prabhupada's books every day. Say for example, for next 1 year, 700 verses, 365 days, 2 verses per day, as it is, verses, word to word, meaning, translation, and little purport if it's possible. 1 year you finish Bhagavad Gita. As simple as that. 2 rounds of chanting, two verses of Bhagavad Gita with the purport. And third thing is, you just offer something to Krishna. Say, a glass of water, a fruit, tulsi leaf, a flower. This is simple. Anyone, anywhere, any condition can do this activity. 3 things. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, fixed number of rounds. Read Bhagavad Gita, read Srila Prabhupada books. Third, offer something to Krishna. At your home, if you are having the facility and the privilege of having photographs, an altar or a Gopalji where your mother, father also quite religious, then offer some fruits, decorate them. Just express your gratitude that Krishna, you have given me all these things, accept it as mercy of the Lord, as prasada. These three things. And if this has to happen on a regular basis, if you have to commit yourself, what you have to commit and maintain it for through, you need a mentor and a guide. So what I would request and implore you is, I would give you a link down here. You please mention your name and number of rounds you wanted to chant, and your number of minutes you want to read Srila Prabhupada books, and any other devotional service which you want to render. Only three things. And we will help you out to make sure that you maintain that commitment what you're committed. Your respective four guides, or we'll be allocating you a mentor who will be your four guide, who will be helping you to maintain that. Just like you have a gym trainer who will helping you to do the repetition again and again, give you guidance constantly. Will each devotee here from folk department will be helping you to maintain your commitments and resolutions for your own spiritual good. So if you're interested, I will be check out on the link given in the description, and we'll help you out in that regard. Please mention your name, number, and these three things. And if you really want guidance, we'll help you in that regard. Thank you so much for patiently hearing me. With this new year 2025, let's take Krishna consciousness seriously and make our life, human life, successful. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.